Hello. Today I am 24 weeks pregnant and 6 days, so it's the last day of my 24-week bump. I'm going to be doing a 23 and 24 week update because I forgot / didn't have time to do one last week. So this week at 24 weeks, according to the What to Expect When You're Expecting book, baby weighs approximately 1.5 pounds and has a length of about 8.5 inches, and it has outgrown the fruit references and is now the size of a standard letter. Baby's weekly weight gain is now about 6 ounces, not quite as much as you're putting on, but getting a lot closer. Much of that weight is coming from accumulating baby fat, as well as from growing organs, bones, and muscle. By now, your baby's tiny face is almost fully formed and achingly adorable, complete with a full set of eyelashes and eyebrows, and is a good sprinkling of hair on that head. Is your baby a brunette, a blonde, or a redhead? Actually, right now, he or she's Snow White, since there's no pigment in the hair just yet. So that is what the book says for 23 or 24 weeks in the womb. For week 23, which was last week, I had several cramps on the sides of my bump that would go down, and it was happening a few times a day, and we had a midwife appointment Thursday of week 23, and she said that it was probably just, I think, ligaments, maybe something in that area just kind of stretching. So that's what I was feeling. It was nothing that she didn't think to be concerned with unless it was happening on a regular basis and like closely together. I also went to the dentist last week and just to get a routine bi-yearly cleaning, and my gums were bleeding some last week, and so they suggested calling my dental insurance and seeing if I could get a third cleaning this year since I am pregnant. They said a lot of dental insurances will cover a third cleaning for free. So I still need to call them and ask them about that, and maybe I can do it when I'm still pregnant, hopefully. Or they said I might be able to get one like shortly after having the baby. Just depends on the insurance. I've had a lot of acid reflux the last 2 weeks, actually. Last week I felt like it was a lot worse, so I've been watching this past week more of what I've been eating, because no matter how many Tums I was taking, it just didn't seem to really be helping. So I've been trying to watch a little bit closer what I'm putting into my body, so that all the uncomfortableness of acid reflux isn't happening. And heartburn hasn't been happening, so that's been a positive. I did slip going down just like one stair, had like one stair left to go till I was on the main level at someone else's house, and I fell and I scraped up my leg, but baby's fine, still kicking and everything. I just took it easy the rest of the day after that, just to make sure everything was okay, and so I could feel the baby move, because usually if I'm laying down on my back I can feel the baby move quite a bit. For week 24, I went to the chiropractor. When was it? Wednesday. Today's Saturday, and Thursday I went to the chiropractor because my lower back has really been hurting, and in January I went to the chiropractor and got realigned because my hips were just awful, and so I went back to the chiropractor, and I go back again this coming week just to see how everything's going. So it actually has been helping, and he suggested putting ice on my lower back every 3 to 4 hours for about 10 minutes and not putting heat on it at all. So I've been trying to do that. I can't do it every 34 hours since I went back to work yesterday, but I'm doing the best that I can to at least get some ice on there as often as I can. I wrote down that this week, for week 24, I've been feeling very large. We were both in the bathroom and I was trying to get by him, and my belly like stuck out, and I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work very much longer for both of us to be able to kind of squeeze by each other. So that was kind of fun. Like I said, I did go back to work yesterday. I work at a school. None of the students were back yet, so I just worked in our classrooms and listened to speakers the first half of the day, and the second half worked in our classrooms. And by the time after that few hours, I was exhausted. I was hoping to take a nap right after I got home, but I was too awake for that. But by 7 o'clock I was exhausted and I fell asleep by 7:30, which was fine until I woke up this morning at like 3:30 and couldn't go back to sleep, so I might take an early nap this early afternoon. And I did have an ultrasound on Thursday morning, so I'll put some pictures at the end of this video of the ultrasound. But the baby is still measuring large at 2 pounds and 1 ounce, and we had to do this third ultrasound because the second one, when they did the full anatomy scan, they didn't get a good picture of the spine, so I had to go back, and they got, I think, good pictures of the spine. I guess we'll find out. We see the midwife again in a few weeks, or a couple weeks, and she said, oh, excuse me. They said after this next appointment we'll be going to see the midwife every 2 weeks, and I'm assuming sometime in September we'll be doing the glucose test to make sure that I don't have gestational diabetes. The ultrasound tech was just asking me how I'd been feeling, or anything, like if I had any symptoms of maybe having that, with just how big the baby's belly is. She said why it was measuring kind of bigger is because just the belly was a lot bigger, but I mean, it might not be anything to worry about, so we'll see. I'm just excited, or ready, I guess, not really excited, but ready to get that test done, just as a confirmation that I'm not, that I don't have that. There hasn't been a whole lot of changes. Been feeling great overall, and been napping some, but not every day still. So I guess I'll show you my bump, and I will, at the end of this video, I'll share some pictures from the ultrasound. So here is my 25-week belly. And let's see. Got these shorts at a resale shop in town for $5, and I wasn't gonna buy any, but $5, I couldn't beat that. They're very comfortable. And there it is without the shirt front, and you can see my belly button. It's starting to poke out a little bit, but it's still pretty flat. It's usually an innie, but it's been kind of that side for a while now. Thank you for watching my 23 and 24 week update. If you are currently pregnant, let me know in the comments down below how far along you are and any symptoms that you might be having around this 24 week period, or that you did have when you were 24 weeks pregnant. Thank you for watching.